Hello, welcome to episode 38 of Full Movie Podcast, a show where we talk about those long forgotten classics that deserve a rewatch. I'm Matt.
And I'm Freya.
How's it going, Freya?
It's going very well, thank you. I've had a good day.
Have you? What have you been up to?
Shopping mostly.
Oh, right, okay. While we can!
While we can.
Yes.
Yes, London is going into another tier of lockdown. I think we can still shop though, can we not?
I guess so.
I don't know. Probably the best thing is just to stay at home.
Yeah, just order things on eBay and Amazon.
Yeah.
That's the best thing.
Or save your money.
Save your money and end up like Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah. Swimming in a sea of coins.
Yes, which, if he dove into that would kill him.
Yeah.
That is pretty hard. You're basically landing on like tons and tons of metal.
That's true.
You're a lunatic, solid. Scrooge.
Yeah, but he's also a cartoon, so it's fine.
Okay.
How are you, Matt?
Well, now I'm perplexed about the integrity of his spine.
Just don't.
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm doing good. I'm groovy. In fact, I'm gonna brag.
Oh yes.
So I've been working.
Yep.
Quite hard for a couple of months, I think. Mm-hmm. Well, I think I have been anyway.
Humble brag.
Yeah, humble brag. And now I've got a few days off. Yay!
Yes,
so
that's nice. It's nice.
It's nice to not have to wake up at like 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And go to work.
It is.
So
wake up at 6:30 and stay in bed.
Well, I woke up today at 6:30.
Yes, I know.
So, and I was just sat there going, I don't have to rush. So I'm gonna watch Spider-Man, the animated series, not the film.
Very nice.
So yeah, it was good.
What else have you been watching this week?
Oh, watching. What? Okay, so we watched not the Rob Zombie remake. I think it's David Graham Greene.
Yeah,
I think that's his name. Version of Halloween.
Yeah, which
I enjoy.
Yes, it's good.
There's 2 sequels for that coming up. There's Halloween Kills and I can't remember the next one, but there's 2 more by him.
That's exciting.
I really am looking forward to them. This one was good.
Yeah. Had lots of action in it.
Had lots of action, and there was the nostalgic touch to the Halloween franchise, which Rob Zombie didn't do. Even though a lot of people don't like Rob Zombie's versions, I still don't mind them.
Yeah, they're okay.
I know my mate Glenn. He likes the fact that in the Rob Zombie versions of Halloween, especially Halloween 2, Michael has got a beard underneath his mask.
Uh-huh.
Of course he would. Uh-huh. He's a grown man. You know, of course he'd have a beard.
Sure.
You know, where's he going to go and shave? It's not like Michael Myers can just walk into a barber's. He walks into the barber's and people are going to be like, ah! And
well, only if he's got his mask on.
Well, yeah, true. But also, he's a hulk of a man.
Yeah.
But, anyway, we also watched A Life Less Ordinary.
We did.
Which you hadn't seen.
I had not.
And did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was alright.
It's almost a forgotten Danny Boyle film.
Yeah.
I like that film. I like the soundtrack.
No, it was pretty good.
It's basically Britpop the movie.
Yes.
But yeah, I enjoy that film. We also watched Rapid Fire with Brandon Lee. Mm-hmm. You did not like it, did you?
No, not really.
Brandon Lee's awesome.
Yeah.
Except you question. You were very inquisitive about that film, weren't you?
Yeah.
Do you want to divulge more information about that?
Well, no, I just, no. Because it involves me pointing out that he doesn't look very Chinese.
Okay.
And that's probably not the right thing to say. You can't just tell people they don't look Chinese.
No, that's true. What was it you asked me?
How Chinese is he?
Yeah. And I was like, well, his dad is the most famous Chinese man.
Well, is he though?
Yes.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, yes.
It depends who you know.
Come on,
anyway.
Bruce. Everyone knows who Bruce Lee is.
I know, yeah, but let's just not get into this. Let's stay away from this whole subject. This was a private conversation, me asking you how Chinese Brandon Lee was. Let's just leave it at that. Now I know half, and I will not question it further. Okay. Anyway, what else?
Next, and this is going to be my Netflix recommendation.
Yes.
We watched a documentary which is I'm going to say like a lot of people have probably already seen it. I've seen other podcasters do it. Pulp Culture did it, and that's American Murder: The Family Next Door, and it's about the Watts murder.
Yes.
Which it was horrific.
Yeah, it was. It is harrowing. It's a really, really awful event. You know, it's a very fascinating documentary, but you know, you have to be in the right mental state to watch it, because it's quite upsetting. I mean, it doesn't, you know, it's not graphic or anything in terms of what you see,
but it is still.
But it's a lot of. It's basically made up of actual footage.
There's no talking heads over the top.
No,
like
it's
that.
all just
No narration.
Body cam footage from the police. You know, CCTV footage from the interview room where they're questioning the dad. And yeah, no spoilers. You know, I'm sure most people know the case, but yeah, it was really, really brilliant documentary, but really harrowing.
Yeah. If you do watch that, which I do actually recommend, because
definitely watch it.
It's horrible, but also it's well done. I also strongly recommend that you watch YouTube videos afterwards about the hauntings.
Yeah, there's some interesting paranormal stuff.
Yes, which a lot of you guys who are listening, I'm sure, like you've heard about us from like people like We Need to Talk About Ghosts and Real Life Ghost Stories. It does have a very interesting video footage from the police entering the house. So I strongly recommend that for you horror heads out there.
Yeah.
What have you watched?
I watched
something a bit more cheerier, I hope.
No, not really.
Oh right.
So there's two films that I don't recommend, which are on Amazon Prime, unless you're like me and you'll watch anything that's horror. I watched Ice Cream Man.
Right, a film which I haven't actually heard of, I don't think.
I quite enjoyed it, actually. It was silly. Just look it up on Amazon Prime. I can't remember who's in it. Like, no one I recognise. Well, one guy I recognise, but I can't remember his name.
Clint Howard.
Yes.
Yeah. Ron Howard's brother.
Yeah. Anyway, it's very silly.
Johnson in Austin Powers.
Yes.
Sorry, just
Matt, of course, knows. But it was, I do recommend it. It was very silly, and a little bit gory and a little bit gross, but ultimately not a good film, but I still enjoyed it. And the other one was Parents with Randy Quaid. And
which
that wasn't
I do
good,
know. I do know that film.
I didn't enjoy that as much as Ice Cream Man.
A stinker of a film.
Yeah, really bad.
I remember being utterly intrigued by the front cover of that film and being highly disappointed when I'd seen it.
Well, yeah, I mean the premise is
boo.
good. The premise is good. It's about a couple who are cannibals and they have to move to a new area with their son, and their son isn't down with the whole cannibalism thing.
Shocking.
Yeah, but it's just not as fun as it should be. So those are my Freya recommends and Freya doesn't recommend, but both are on Amazon Prime if you're curious.
Yes. Okay.
So that
was kind of. I mean, that was kind of a bit. Yeah, these films are crap.
No. Ice Cream Man was good. I enjoyed it.
Was it?
No, but I enjoyed it. Anyway, speaking of films I don't enjoy, what are we talking about this week?
Wow, I can see how this episode's going to go. Okay. Today, we are going to be discussing the 1987 horror comedy teen romp that is The Lost Boys.
After moving to Santa Carla to start a new life following their mum's divorce, Michael and Sam quickly discover the town has a serious vampire problem.
Ooh. Directed by Joel Schumacher, in which we have already covered the films of Joel Schumacher when we did his film Falling Down on episode 16. But I'll give you just real quick, these some of my personal favourites. St. Elmo's Fire, Flatliners, The Client, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Yes, it is one of my favourites. I do quite enjoy that. 8mm, and I especially recommend Phone Booth.
Oh, yes.
I really want so many people to be like, you know what, Matt? That was actually a good film. Thanks, bruv. The story was done by Jan Fisher, who did Lost Boys and an episode of The Golden Girls. Not much else.
Okay.
Story by James Jamas, who did absolutely nothing. It's just Lost Boys. And Jeffrey Boom, Boam, B-O-A-M, Boam, Boam, Baum.
No one cares.
Something like that. Who did The Dead Zone.
Oh.
That's the Christopher Walken, Stephen Lee film. Lethal Weapon 1, 2 and 3. Inner Space, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, The Witches of Eastwick, and Billy Zane's The Phantom.
Interesting.
Which is fun. So, well done, that person. How did you feel about this film?
Well, let me ask you first. What impact did this film have on you as a youngster? You know, because I didn't see it. This is, you know, I think I'd seen a bit of it, but I hadn't seen it properly before the other day. So,
how do I feel about it?
You tell me.
So this is, again, another film of my youth. I used to think that the two Corys were the most amazing thing in the world.
Sure.
I thought Keith Sutherland was always going to be a baddie, and spiked hair and mullet look is kind of cool back in the day. I dug their motorbikes, that's for sure. In fact, the one character in this film who I really dislike is actually Michael.
Yeah, he's rubbish.
Just kind of lame.
Yeah.
You know, come on, mate. Pick it up, you know. I liked it. I have seen it a lot of times. But I think it's one of those films that everything about it is cool. I honestly mean that. I think the soundtrack is really, really good. It's got a bunch of really cool bands on it. Echo and Bunnyman. I can't think of another one. I honestly can't think of another band. But I know it's got pretty cool stuff on. Oh, it's got Aerosmith and Run DMC, Walk This Way. I think that they look really cool. The whole dress up of each of the vampires are really cool. I think that Edgar and Alan. Can you see that? Edgar and Alan, the Frog Brothers. I thought they were badass. And I like it.
Good. I partly disagree with you.
Partly, okay.
I thought it was a bit.
Why?
I just thought it was a bit lame.
Okay, why? What was lame about it?
I thought, as you say, I think Michael was lame. I just, you know, he was just a bit pointless. Really, he didn't do much. Didn't do much vampiring. You know, he falls in love with Star after like 2 seconds and
stalks her
and that's about it. Then suddenly, you know, they just randomly have sex after not really speaking to each other at all. He's just a bit.
It was a different time.
No, that's fine, you know, but
is it?
They don't. No. I mean, what I mean is, like, you know, it's implied that they have this sort of deep connection, but that's not demonstrated anywhere. It's just like, well,
yeah, there isn't much chemistry.
She's just a bit of a slut.
I kind of think that's, and this. Sorry, Jason Patrick, if you're listening to this. I do think that you just don't really have much chemistry in any film that you've ever done, which is a real shame because he's Jason Miller's son from The Exorcist. But we're not reviewing that. I mean, he was in Speed 2 Cruise Control.
Oh dear!
Wow, that's a stinker.
But yeah, I just think he didn't really have much charisma and didn't do much either. You know, it was kind of the action was really carried by Sam and the Frog Brothers, and
who are as charismatic as the sun.
Indeed. Well, I
did taken back by that one.
I did like the Frog Brothers, but their really deep voices were really off-putting.
Well, bearing in mind, this film was released in 1987, shot in 1986. Bear in mind that Corey Feldman, only 2 years prior, had done The Goonies as Mouth. And he's like a proper child in this.
Yeah.
In The Goonies.
Yeah.
And in this, it's almost like he's a proper kind of young adult. And it's really weird.
Not.
I know he's not, but
he's a child,
he
and
acts like it.
He's putting on a deep voice, and
I
it's
know,
ridiculous.
but he acts like it.
Yeah. But he doesn't look like it, and it's weird and distracting. Anyway,
I mean, bear in mind,